turn the gain up on this a little bit.
Hello. Alright, right there's good.
Alright, episode 27, surprise episode with Matt again. This is what he fucking looks like.
Episode 27, guys. Now they're gonna stop watching because they see me.
Yeah. Right, like that's what he looks like. What the fuck?
I know my voice is so attractive. My face is.
I know he sounded
devastating.
Like he sounded like he was black in the last episode, but he's actually
it's a letdown, man.
Yeah.
I wish.
He's just a big boy. So we went and we got some drinks. So we got some basically a cup of noodles that you add beer to.
Dude, it's amazing. It has like the tahini rim. It has like it looked like brown sugar or some like powder you put in the bottom of it.
Yeah, it was like taco seasoning looking shit that you dump in there.
We were topping it off some tecates. Not a sponsored ad, but I wish.
And we put some tequila in there too. So I was actually gonna do an episode where I did like a mock-up ad for it just to try to get people to let me do their ads and get paid for it. So I was gonna pick like a random thing in my apartment and be like, oh yeah, you call this with the discount code of go fuck yourself, 20% off. But so
we get to take Reed to a comedy club tonight, man.
Yeah, we're finally going to Zany's for the first time. What's the guy's name again?
Preacher,
yeah, Preacher.
Lucas?
No, that's a different
David
black
Lucas.
Yeah, that's a different black comedian. Preacher.
Preacher from America's Got Talent, man.
Yeah,
he is fucking funny, dude.
Super fucking funny guy. So we're gonna go see him tonight at like 9, and then we're pre-gaming for it. Obviously, we got some tecate, some cup of noodles mix, and
we can't afford those fucking $18 beers at the comedy club now.
Yeah, no shit, dude.
You gotta go in prepared.
Yeah, the only comedy club I went to since I've been here was Third Coast Comedy, and it ended up being an improv show. And I was at the very front row, so my feet were on the stage, and it was awkward as fuck because I had to get up to pee like 3 times because I was trying to get drunk because I was trying to make it funny because it wasn't that funny. So I had to get up to pee like 5 times, and every time I got up, there was like a slight hesitation in the whole comedy crew's skit because I distracted them, and it was fucking horrible. And I was there by myself.
I feel like improv is one of those things where it's a hit or miss.
Yeah,
you have to understand improv, and I don't enjoy it.
Yeah, and there was like 2 or 3 guys that were super funny and super sharp and quick, and then everybody else was just like, you could tell they were nervous, but they were trying to not look nervous so hard that it made it even worse, kind of a deal.
Yeah.
And I feel like going to a comedy show by yourself is the same as like going to a movie theater by yourself, so I felt like a fucking loser. So
in a movie theater, no one sees you.
Yeah, exactly. So it's even worse, especially when you're at the front of the fucking thing. So the only person I talked to was I'm not sticking my fingers in my ass. I'm grabbing my rogues.
He's sticking his fingers in his ass. He likes it.
I said hi, and then I went to my rogues. But the only guy I talked to when I was there was this guy that was selling these weed sodas. I forgot what it was called. It was like Cali something or other, and I actually made friends with him, and then he sent me like a free case of it's called Cali Sober. I'll have to tag him in this video when I post it, but it's called Cali Sober, and it was like a weed drink, and I had 2 or 3 of them trying to get rid of all my anxiousness of being there by myself, and they were actually really fucking good. But yeah. So what's been going on with you? You got a new job. What are you doing?
Got a new job. I'm a tow truck driver.
The most hated people on the planet.
Dude, I tell you what, man. Yeah, dude, fuck. I chose this life for myself. Mm-hmm. No, I do heavy vehicle recovery, so towing semis and whatnot.
Yeah, so you're not like repossessing shit.
Sometimes. I repossessed a U-Haul last week.
Oh, fuck. You repossessed a U-Haul? So someone was like renting it and didn't return it?
Didn't return it. And they kept it. They brought it from Arizona to Tennessee.
See, I feel like if I was rich as fuck, I hate at the end of like a big move, like the last thing you got to do is return a U-Haul truck. because you got so much other shit going on. So if I feel like if I was rich as fuck, I just let somebody repossess the U-Haul that I was renting and just pay the fee.
Well, I didn't know it was a repossession until I got to U-Haul, and I took my sweet time hooking up to it. Which,
that could have been bad. Real quick.
Yeah.
Some psycho comes out freaking the fuck
Which
out.
hooking up to it, I mean, it could take 30 minutes pretty easily hooking up to it.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah.
You gotta pull the drive shaft, hook it up, chain it up, put your lights on it, all that shit.
Yeah.
But you could do it in 10 minutes, but
yeah, you just take.
I didn't. I was hanging out. It was hot. I kept sitting in my truck cooling off, you know.
I feel like if it's a repossession, they should tell you that right away. Like, that's a big fucking deal.
Well, they will write on the ticket, relocate.
Oh,
in my eyes, I think it won't go into gear, and I have to bring it to the shop to get it fixed.
Yeah.
That's a relocate, but the relocates could mean that, hey, Johnny boy didn't bring it back from Arizona.
Yeah, what the fuck? Yeah.
He is 13 hours away from where he's supposed to drop it off at, and we need this damn truck.
Yeah, it's like, go arrest this person. Also, by the way, he's a drug kingpin with a bunch of guns. Like, and you should probably give him a little bit more information about.
Yeah,
it's a repossession. Like, these people don't know that you're about to take your shit.
Well, luckily they didn't come out, and it was all good. Yeah. And the new job has been interesting, but it's been all in all pretty good.
Yeah. What's like the coolest thing you towed off so far?
Well, I haven't done much yet.
Yeah, it's still pretty new.
I think the U-Haul is the most interesting in a repossession.
That's crazy. I didn't even know. I guess I've never really thought, like, if you don't return the U-Haul.
Oh, I did a flipped over dump truck full of dirt.
Oh shit! It was like I could imagine there's tons of flipped over shit in Tennessee because everybody drives like shit around here.
Well, in Tennessee you have a lot of hills, which makes it interesting.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I went out in a skid steer and had to pick up all the dirt and put it in a dumpster.
Oh, you got to drive some equipment?
Uh-huh.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, that was fun. I was like, man, I'm licensed for it too.
That's like the coolest thing about being in the trades is the number one fun thing to do is drive around a fucking skid steer, dude.
Skid steers are the move. Yeah. Skid steers and mini X's are so fun.
Yeah, well, especially the skid steer because I feel like just from everybody playing video games all the time, that's the easiest thing to drive because it's literally left joystick and right joystick. So, like,
well, same way the excavator is, but you can just dig holes with it.
Yeah, well, they got a little bit more like controls and trying to figure out where the arms and shit function. Like, I've taught a bunch of fucking kids how to drive the excavator, and it's the scariest thing. Like, you have to stand super far back because they'll just swing that bitch out, you know. So, but like skid steers, it's like. It's pretty easy. Like, this is the driving stick, and this is the bucket stick. You know,
I want to pull a David Dobrik sometime and go get a legit excavator out there by a lake and start swinging motherfuckers around in circles.
Yeah.
I think that would be a great time. And we live in Tennessee, so that wouldn't be wild to do. It would be a normal thing.
I feel like if you did that enough, Whistling Diesel would just show up and be like, "What's up? Let's wreck this motherfucker."
Man, I would love to meet that guy.
I know. I've been thinking about it. I was like, if I ever run into him, I have to have like, I have to be prepared and make him laugh his ass off or do something crazy because I feel his best friend,
Well, I've seen he sold a car, an Audi R8. He sold a car and it was all wrapped. It's chrome metallic wrapped. And I saw it driving around one time when I was trucking on the highway, and I said, "Man, I know that motherfucking car." Mm-hmm. Checked his Instagram. He sold it and everything.
Yeah.
Dude, some of these YouTubers, man, would be really cool to run across, because it's just an average Joe. It's like you and me. They're just ridiculously wealthy.
Yeah. And it's because they thought of like good ideas. Like, let's just do what every intrusive thought of wrecking the fuck out of this. Like, I think that all the time. Like, dude, what about if I took this fucking scissor lift and then jacked it all the way to the top and then flipped it over down a hill? Or what if I take this forklift and stick it in the side of this building and then just rip off the side of it? Like,
sometimes I think when I'm driving a truck, what if I just yank this steering wheel into a guardrail? But that's more suicidal than...
it's more kill yourself than kill the car.
Man, I tell you.
Yeah, that's
sometimes there's an urge, man.
Like,
you just want to be done for the day.
Him and like Mr. Beast would be like the best people to hang out with. Like, let's just fuck some shit up. You know who Mr. Beast is, right?
Yeah, I know who he is. Yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah, dude. But Mr. Beast is pretty crazy.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I think it'd be fun as fuck. I think it'd be fun as fuck to be friends with Whistle and Diesel, but not work for him. Because the guys that work for him, like, you're liable to get your own car fucked up. Because there was this one episode I watched where one of the cameramen had, like, a Toyota Tacoma.
I saw that.
Yeah, you saw that one? Yeah.
But fuck, he bought... Dude, I don't give a fuck. If you want to wreck my truck... Fucking send it into a cliff, dude. I don't give a fuck.
Oh, yeah, definitely. But, like, not knowing that he was going to give you a brand new one after that, it's kind of like being on the set of Jackass. Like, actually, Jackass.
Dude, if you were my rich friend and you wanted to go run my car into a brick wall and I knew you had it, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, cool. I get a new car.
It's like a new life goal now. I want to get rich as fuck so I can just fuck up all of my friends' shit and then buy new shit. I'm gonna buy you something brand new, but I'm gonna fucking destroy your soul and then bring you back to life, you know?
Yeah, that'll be some shit, wouldn't it?
Yeah. I always thought, like, if I ever won the lottery for, like, billions of dollars, I would just disappear and then slowly, like, sneak my friends out of the country. Like, send them an envelope with a bunch of money and a plane ticket. Like, tell nobody, say goodbye to your immediate family and get the fuck out of there. You'll never see them again. We're gonna live on this island and just do crazy shit forever.
Are you trying to be fucking Jeffrey Epstein?
No.
On this island?
No. I mean, like, let's not worry about... I don't know. I'm a little drunk.
Dude, I feel you. Yeah, if I won billions of dollars
to avoid the people that are like, hey, bro, like, we played kickball together in 3rd grade. I got this house bill I need to get paid. Can you pay it for me? You know, just kind of disappear. Because, you know, like, I've moved out of town so many times. People forget you like that. As soon as you leave town, they don't even remember who you are.
Except the real ones.
Yeah, except for, like, the actual homies.
Which are, like, 2 guys from your hometown.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly how I am. Because when I left Montana and moved to Nashville, I didn't tell anybody. I didn't make any Facebook posts, nothing. I just moved. And I had, like, 2 or 3 people that are like, bro, where'd you go? Mm-hmm. Like, where are you at? Or they'd be like, hey, let's go get beer.
You had like 50 people that you used to talk to that never asked.
That don't even know I left, you know? Like, last time I visited, I ran into some friends. I'm like, oh, hey, what's up? And they're like, oh, not much. What are you up to? I'm like, oh, I'm just visiting. And they're like, you moved? And I was like, this is why we aren't best friends. Like, fuck you. You know, which is fine. I've got people that I know that have just left town, and I didn't even remember they existed until I saw them on, like, Facebook or saw them in person.
Yeah, you got engaged. Oh, shit.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I got a kid now, you know? Like, oh, your first kid? No, it's my 3rd one.
Isn't
like,
Facebook kind of fucked up like that?
Yeah, well, Facebook is turning into, like, old people social media.
Dude, hold on. That's the only social media I use.
Yeah, I don't know.
I use Facebook, and I have, like, 20 people on Snapchat.
Yeah. You can answer if you want, and I'll just cut it out of the episode.
Fuck, sorry. Alright,
no, it's all good.
Let's get back into it.
Let me see. I had some funny shit written.
Yeah, cut all this shit out.
Yeah, I'll cut it out.
Let's figure.
I had some funny shit I wrote in my notebook.
We can talk about fucking...
Oh, so... I heard I was on Instagram because I was posting an ad for my... podcast, and I saw an Olympic thing where some runners will surgically remove their toenails so that they don't get, like,
what?
Ingrown toenails and shit like that, because they're always running, so it fucks up their toenails. I would totally fucking do that anyway, because I don't have to clip the motherfucker. Like, there's no use to toenails. It's kind of like an appendix. Like, what do you use your toenails
for? I don't know about you, but I know I'm a little bit of a bigger set guy. Mm-hmm. It is very difficult for me to cut my toenails.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there like this, trying to clip my little piggies, and you can never make them even. And I've had 2 ingrown toenails on each big toe. Yeah.
Why not just remove them completely? Like, how much would you...
How the fuck do you stop it from growing back?
I'm sure there's some kind of fucking, like a growth plate kind of deal that you could remove to where they don't grow back ever again.
Do you know how weird that would look, not having
I don't give a fuck. You look like a frog, but I don't have to trim my...
Well, you're going to go on a date, and then you get to spicy time and take off your socks, and they're like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, I don't give a shit, though. Like, you could have a missing finger, and I'm still going to fuck the hell out of you. Like, I don't give a shit. I don't know. I feel like
we're guys.
Your toenails. Yeah, but
how do you think your lady friend would appreciate
She'd probably
first time sleeping with you?
Because I don't trim my toenails. I'm embarrassed about it, but I don't trim my toenails very much until they get too long where my boots are a little tight. And
I trim mine once a month.
Where maybe? Yeah, exactly, same thing.
But mine don't get so long where I'm feeling it in my fucking shoe.
To each your own. But I've had times where I'm like sleeping with girls or sleeping with my girlfriend, and I'll like move my leg or something, and I'll like gash their fucking ankle with it.
No, I relate to you there.
Like, how much would you pay to remove your toenails? Like, what's like a reasonable price?
$500.
500? I'd do like $2,000 to get my toenails.
Out of pocket or after insurance? I ain't paying $2,000 out of pocket to get my fucking toenails removed. Forever.
I mean, you'd look like a frog, at the pool. But,
do you have webbed feet?
No, just like you don't have any toenails. Like, I've had so many times where I've ran, like when I was a little kid, I remember running across my living room and kicking a Hot Wheels car. And it cracked my toenail all the way to the cuticle.
I remember chasing a mail truck down my street barefoot with an airsoft gun, and I stubbed my big toe. Mm. And it was the most devastating thing I've ever been through in my life.
Yeah, and the toenail made it worse. Like, it probably would have sucked if you had a toenail or not. But having toenails just makes it suck even more. And then you get ingrown toenails. Like, nobody told me the proper way to cut your toenail. To like,
you guys do it straight
across, which I didn't know until I was like 26 years old, and I was bitching about it. My mom was like, "Yeah, you're supposed to cut it straight across." I used to do it like just like fingernails, like all the way around. Like,
well, that's what I try to do every time because I get ingrown toenails.
Yeah, exactly. If you could get them removed, you don't have to worry about it ever again.
I don't know, bro. Fuck, I'm not gonna have any doctor ever remove any part of my body.
What do you mean, an appendix?
If I have to, if I have tonsillitis, if I have to.
If I get a bad,
I'm not going to willingly go to a doctor to have them rip something off my body.
How about this? Like, just your big toenails, because you don't really get ingrown toenails on the little ones. You just get them on the big ones, right?
Yeah, no, that is not true. No. You can get them on any toe.
I've only got them on my big ones.
I have too, but
I would definitely get that shit removed.
Nah, fuck that, dude. I ain't getting my toenails removed, and I ain't getting my pecker removed. It's the same thing.
Getting your dick removed versus your toenails is a little bit different.
It's the same. Dude, I'm not paying a doctor my hard-earned money to rip my body parts off.
Okay, what about, like, circumcision?
I didn't pay for... I was a newborn baby.
Are you glad that you got circumcised? Or would you rather
not necessarily, because I've never come across a situation where I was like, I'm glad I'm circumcised. It's just how my body is.
Stephanie, are you glad that you got circumcised?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, there we go. Perfect. I feel like...
Yeah.
If I had a choice, if I could go back in time when I met, my parents be like, if you're going to circumcise me, remove my toenails too. Get rid of all that shit. Fingernails are good for picking boogers.
Okay, yeah, dude. If I was like a newborn baby.
Yeah. Pull them off. Get rid of them. I don't need them. It's not like it makes anything beneficial.
Did you know that and I don't know if this is true because I saw it on Facebook, but when a woman delivers a baby, at 9 months at full term, that baby has all their fingernails and toenails, and they're clawing that pussy coming out of that cavern. And fuck you.
You're gonna feel all of this.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, fuck. If that was a thing, if I was that mom, I would say rip off every nail they have.
Oh yeah, like baby fingernails are so fucking sharp too. Like when they're first born and they can't control.
Dude, I want a baby so bad, man. I want a baby so bad.
I'll hold yours, but I don't want one.
You're that fucking uncle that never...
Yeah, I'm going to be the cool uncle that never...
Nah, dude. I want, like, 4 kids. I want to have so many children where I need a full-size SUV to get them around.
You're going to get
yourself
a minivan?
Yeah, dude. Minivans are awesome.
And with the automatic sliding doors. I've driven some pretty dope-ass minivans.
Yeah.
When I worked at Costco Tire, I rode in some pimpin' fucking minivans. Like, automatic everything.
Dude, people hate on them, man. They are great.
Yeah.
They are great.
I used to work at the university back in Bozeman for the venue there for like concerts and shit.
Yeah.
So I'd go pick up the artist and bring them back and shit like that. And one time we rented minivans to go pick them up, and I had one that was turboed. It was sick as fuck. It was super.
And it gets
fast.
like 25 miles to the gallon.
So much room, you know. And it had like the thing where it had 2 seats in the front, like it was the back seat, but it's 2 seats.
2 captain chairs.
Yeah, it was dope as fuck.
Dude, yeah, and have you ever been...
I feel like you can make a minivan that doesn't have that shape, though. Because it's that shape where it goes up and it's flat on top. Like, you can make a doper minivan.
That's called an SUV, my dude.
Like an Escalade or something like that.
That's not a minivan, that's an SUV.
I know, it would be better, though. Like, minivans are just too... It's... Like, you can get an Escalade and a minivan, and Escalade
we're getting
does
in
the
that
same
car
thing that a
topic,
minivan
and
does.
that's what I'm a geek about. When I have a family, I'll tell you, I have it all planned out. When I have kids, if I have 2 kids, I'm gonna get like a Ford Explorer ST. It's a V6 turbo, all-wheel drive. They're pretty fucking sick.
Yeah.
They have captain's chairs, a 3rd row. If I have like 6 motherfuckers, we're getting...
Sprinter van.
That would be pretty cool.
Probably
like a Jeep Grand Wagoneer.
Yeah.
Or a Cadillac Escalade V.
Yeah.
You ever seen those? They're supercharged.
Yeah, I've seen
those.
Those
are gnarly, dude.
I feel like a minivan is exactly like an Escalade or something like a Suburban, something like that. Like, what makes a minivan versus like a regular SUV?
They don't have any V8 minivans.
Yeah, they do.
No, they don't.
They have to.
They definitely don't.
So I think it.
Not in America.
Like it makes it a minivan because of the sliding doors, right? That makes it a minivan is because it has the sliding door on the back.
No.
You know what I thought the other day about minivans? Of why they have sliding doors? It's so little kids don't kick the door open into the car next to them.
It might have been a factor going in. But, like, Sprinter vans have sliding doors.
No, I'm saying, like, I guess, like, the reason why families buy minivans for their children is because you can't kick open a door into someone else's car. They slide
I think it's probably
it's
a better all-around design to have anyway.
Yeah. I'm going to invent a car that has sliding doors for the front seat. And like a Porsche 911 with sliding doors. Look what Tesla did.
The Model X... This lifts up.
Yeah, butterfly doors.
Yeah.
Imagine like a front door.
I don't know, man. I was always super against electric vehicles, and then I kind of like ripped off my nuts and realized that they're pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like a hybrid of it would be dope. Like battery until it runs out, and then gas. Because if you go on road trips and it takes 45 minutes to charge your shit.
Well, here's an interesting take. There's a guy, he has a company in Canada. There's Edison Motors. And man, if you ever see this,
I saw that video today.
Awesome.
Yeah,
where
he's the guy that ordered the semi-truck that's supposed to be electric, and he never got it, so he made Edison
He built his own.
Yeah.
And he has a diesel generator powering his electric vehicle, where it's all the drivetrain is all electric.
Yeah.
And he's a logger out in Canada. He goes up and down the steepest fucking, most insane terrain you could imagine in a semi-truck. And in general, it's insane. And it has all regenerative braking where you're going down a hill and the braking that does automatically, is recharging the batteries and everything. And it makes so much sense.
Yeah, charge it on the way down, use it on the way up.
Yeah, I mean, it just makes sense. And it's so neat to see people that are innovating the electric idea into functional working units that don't need to, that are not, they're used for livelihood and work like that instead of just your daily driver to get to and from work, right?
Yeah. Well, and then he also ordered a Cybertruck.
Yeah.
That hasn't gotten there yet. So he's taken like an old
he made
Model
it better.
T Ford into an electric.
It's an old Kenworth. Yeah. But then his new design is super sick because it has the cab of the truck sits directly in the middle, which is really awesome. Where it's like the newer designs, like the newer Kenworth electric trucks, they're all center position design, driver focused. You're sitting in the middle of it, and then this
kind of like a crane truck. You know the crane trucks that have like the cab dead center, kind of.
Those are off put to the driver's side, but it's a single cab.
Yeah.
These are
like
directly in the center. Yeah, and it's really neat to see how people are innovating with this electric idea. But at the same point, I don't understand why we haven't gone to run off all hydrogen instead of electric.
The thing I heard about that is the only thing is that if you get in a car wreck, the reaction it makes when it wrecks, like the
same thing can happen with a combustion gas engine. The same thing can happen with a car full of batteries. The same thing can happen with a car running off propane or hydrogen.
Well, it's like the like hydrogen. No, it's not hydrogen. Is hydrogen flammable? Yeah. So
is gasoline.
The Hindenburg. Yeah, but like
okay, the Hindenburg is a lot different.
No, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. So I could be completely wrong, but there was a MythBusters with like cars exploding, and for a car to like explode like you see in the movies, it has to be a gas tank that's almost empty because it's only the fumes.
It's all the fumes that light. You can take a full gas tank and drop a match in it.
Yeah. And
it will not ignite.
Exactly. But like a hydrogen car, the hydrogen will have a massive explosion if it wrecks or something like that.
Yeah, gasoline. So what? Yeah. Who cares?
I mean, if you have a 10-car pileup of hydrogen cars, it's gonna be a lot of people are gonna give a fuck. It's a little different.
Nah,
who cares? I'm not gonna get in a wreck, especially around here.
I think.
Imagine if every car that got in a wreck in Tennessee, in Nashville,
was
hydrogen ran,
dude, if
there would be nowhere to drive. There'd be craters everywhere.
Environmentally friendly.
The explosions are environmentally friendly. It's not for humans.
I think hydrogen should be the main power source of a car if we're going eco-friendly.
Right? People would probably drive a lot more carefully if they know they're going to get turned into fucking jelly when their car wrecks. There's no injuries, just deaths.
There's so many deaths from any cars.
Dude, this fucking city is...
I'd rather blow up than bleed out.
Some people wouldn't prefer that. I mean, I'm the same. It's just like, if I become paralyzed, just kill me. If I get cancer, just let me die. Like, I'm not trying to put fucking chemicals in my body to survive another 2 years of being bald. Just let me die.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I can speak on that until I experience it.
Until I drive a hydrogen bomb car.
Dude, I think if I could experience another 2 years of life and go through a bunch of medical treatments, I would 100% do it.
I don't know. I don't think I would. I just don't want people to remember me as like the bald, sickly, pale cancer rate. It's just like, just let me die. It's like if you have a dog that's on the edge of death that can't even get up out of bed to go piss, just kill it. You know, just put it down.
I don't
Versus
know.
like cancer,
I think
it's like you're gonna die in 4 days,
people,
you're gonna die in 8 days.
I think it depends on how many people you have in your life. I think it's situational.
I don't give a fuck about the people around me. I just don't want to suffer for another 3 years.
I don't think I could I feel like that would be selfish for me if I was struggling and whatnot, and I knew I had a way to give myself another 2 years.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd be like, all right, guys, I'm not going to do the treatment. You got 6 days to come see me and say your goodbyes, and then I'm out of here.
I think it's all. I think that's so situational based.
Yeah.
That you really never know until you're in that situation, and I pray to God I'm never in that situation.
Yeah. No.
If I'm in a coma, pull the plug.
Yeah, no shit. Like, give me a week and then pull that shit.
Maybe more than a week. Give me like 6 months and like see where I'm at.
Yeah, I don't know.
If it's not getting better, cut me out.
I know I think a lot different than most people because like I've always said, like, if it's gonna be the end of the world, like apocalypse shit. Like, fuck trying to survive that shit. Like, oh, I'm gonna dodge this so I can sit there and get robbed and try to survive and drink my own piss to try to survive in this apocalyptic world where I don't even have toilet paper.
No, I'm fighting to the death.
Yeah.
And if I go out in a sword fight...
Sword flight? I'm gonna get on my sword and fly on out of here.
If I die in a sword fight like a Viking... Yeah. I'm fine with it, but I'm not just gonna fucking off myself because it's an apocalypse.
Well,
I'm gonna fight till the death. I will kill people and eat them before I kill myself.
I'll eat a motherfucker. Yeah, I don't know. Well, it's like horror movies where it's like oh, some creepo, like Saw, perfect example.
Never seen it.
You never seen any of the Saws?
Nope.
You know, like, the general idea of it, though?
Yeah.
Like, okay, you got a key behind your eyeball. You got to cut it out to get this thing off your head before it kills you. I just, like, to defeat that guy, I'd just be like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm ready for it. As long as it's, like, a quick death. If it's a quick death, like, fuck you, I'm not playing your fucking game. I'm not going to cut a key out of my eyeball so I can survive as a Cyclops for the rest of my life. Or,
that's not a cycle.
Like, if I'm somewhere where I know for a fact I'm probably going to die, I'm not going to try to survive. Like, what would, like, if you, like, imagine you're a serial killer or whoever the fuck, the bad guy in the horror movie, and you're going to kill somebody and you're chasing them around and you're, like, cutting them or shooting them or whatever the fuck. If you walked around the corner and the guy just, like, blew his brains out around the corner, that would be, like, the ultimate fuck you. Like, you're not even going to kill me. I already killed myself already.
If I know that death is imperative and I was going to die 100%, I'll kill myself.
Yeah, the quickest death possible. Because what about
I don't know,
you
dude.
and torture you?
I honestly don't think I could do that.
I could.
I'm gonna go pee.
Go pee. Yeah, I ain't trying to survive that shit. Because if they capture you, they torture you, then they cut your balls off and make you eat them, or you just stab yourself in the face and then they get nothing out of you and it's a quick death.
Ready to do another beer?
Yeah, I just finished this one.
Babe, are you gonna start drinking or what?
At 7:45.
What? Do you see what I mean?
Why
this
so
motherfucker always has a plan, dude.
I understand, like, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, but 7:45.
It's everything. I'm like, when are you gonna start dinner? At 6:28. What? The fuck?
When the moon is full and the stars align.
Yeah, dude. She's a witch.
You're a wizard, Harry.
Right, apocalypse talk.
Yeah. So, well, not
Dude,
even just apocalypse, just like...
Okay, so have you ever seen Game of Thrones?
Yeah, oh yeah.
We just finished watching Game of Thrones. Have you seen all of it?
I didn't watch the last season.
You know those Night Walkers?
Yeah.
Yeah, if I have 100,000 Night Walkers that I gotta fight...
I just kill myself. I'm gonna die anyway.
Why wouldn't you fight? And then let yourself die?
You're gonna become a White Walker anyway. And they're obviously going to be the winning team, so.
But I don't want to kill myself.
Oh, that'd be the most badass thing ever. Run up to him and then just like, you know what seppuku is? Seppuku is the Japanese, like, kill yourself thing. That's what I would do. Or like, especially like the horror movies where it's like ghosts or demons or whatever the fuck. Like you're locked in a house.
Do you believe in ghosts and demons?
Oh, yeah.
I don't.
Did I tell you about my Boston? So, my horror stories of like ghosts and shit that I've experienced myself. Have I ever told you about that?
Nope.
I don't think so. Okay, so
I don't really
when I graduated high school, I've told it on this podcast before. When I graduated high school, I went to a Bible college in Boston, Massachusetts, Milton, Hyde Park area.
Yeah.
And the campus was in a old nunnery.
A what?
A nunnery. So
the
like
fuck is that?
Like nuns live there. Nuns.
A nunnery. That's a word?
Yeah, nunnery. It's like a college campus for nuns.
Like nuns in training?
I don't know.
What does it take to become a nun?
You gotta be ugly and can't fuck. And I don't have no idea. That's like a Catholic thing. We don't have nuns. We're Baptists. So
we're talking about nuns, motherfucker.
So this nunnery building was like 100 and something years old as fuck. Like all the windows were all warped and shit because it was super thin at the top and thick at the bottom. Because technically glass is a liquid. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is ice.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And so we had me and this other kid. We were like the most broke kids in this whole fucking college. It was like 200 students. It wasn't a big campus at all. And on Thanksgiving, everybody went home for Thanksgiving except for me and him because we didn't have enough money to go home because he lived in Idaho, I lived in Montana. And so we stayed on campus by ourselves this whole week that everyone else was gone. And we lived in separate dorm rooms, but I just stayed in his dorm room because we were the only ones there. And so we just play, it was Call of Duty Black Ops, just came out back then. So we just played that shit the whole time, stay up all night. And this dorm that we stayed in, it was a bunch of dorm rooms, and then it had a big hallway, and at the end of the hallway was the bathrooms. So it was a bunch of toilets and like a gang shower, like prison bathroom where it was just shower heads wide open. And while everyone else...
What did you do when you were a kid? What the fuck?
It was a fucked up campus. This is weird. But so the hallway was all tile floors, obviously. And regularly, while everyone else was there, you'd always hear wet feet walking down the hallway because people would take showers, walk down the hallway to their dorm room in their towels. And when we were staying in that dorm room, just me and him, we could hear wet feet walking up and down the hallway, even though no one else was there except for us. And then we also heard, it sounded like somebody crushing a pop can and throwing it down the hallway, like the crunch of a can, like a beer can.
Yeah.
And then like
I hate to be that guy, man, but I just like, until I experience something like that, I just don't believe it.
No, I was the same way. I didn't believe any of that shit at all.
Yeah, I feel like it's your mind just playing tricks on you.
No, but it was like so distinct, and it was so like, obviously we weren't doing drugs, we weren't drinking, it was nothing because it was a college, you know.
How old were you?
18, 19.
So
we weren't getting high, we weren't drinking, none of that shit. We were wide awake.
I was getting high when I was 18.
Yeah.
Well, I was fucked up when I was 18. I was chugging UV blue and smoking blunts.
Yeah. Well, we were little Christian kids, so we didn't do none of that.
So was I.
So we heard that, and then we had another night during that week where we, after hearing the wet feet and the pop cans thing, we started shutting and locking the door, you know, every night. Just made us feel better.
You're the only two dudes on this campus.
Yes. Literally the only two people on this entire campus. Nobody else was there. No teachers, girls, nobody was anywhere on this campus. It was just me and him.
That shouldn't have been allowed.
It wasn't. Because we were supposed to leave, but we told our RA, like, hey, we're broke as fuck. There's nowhere for us to go. Like, we can't do anything about it. What do you want us to do? You know, and he's like, just don't tell anybody. Just leave when everyone else leaves, and then just come back when, you know, here's the key.
Yeah, dude, I feel like that people can make up, like, And the argument that I would have is it's an old building. You don't know what the pipes are doing. You don't know what any of this shit's going on.
Well, it did have pipe noises, but it wasn't the same.
I know.
I understand the skepticism because I wouldn't believe it either.
Yeah,
but
I like conspiracies,
I was part of it. Yeah.
But I'm definitely a skeptic.
Yeah, which is fine. I was the same way until this happened. So then the next thing that happened. Yeah, no, I get it. Like, you have to experience it yourself before you believe it.
It's just such a hard thing to believe unless you've experienced it.
Yeah,
and I would love to hear other stories on what people have experienced. But
well, and there's so many people that just want to get attention and they like make shit up. Like,
what was that show when we were growing up? The Ghost Adventures or whatever?
Yeah, and there was that dude in the fucking...
you know, the night vision cameras and body cams and
he wore
shit.
What was those like fighting shirts? It was
you lost me. What the fuck are you talking about?
Tap out. He wore the tap out shirts.
Don't remember that part, but okay.
There must have been a different one, but tap out. But the other thing that happened that week is that
it was like two dudes and a chick, right?
Yeah. Some like dark emo chick.
Yeah, I fucking had a huge crush on her.
I know, everyone did.
Yeah,
I think that's
that was awesome.
That's why I like emo chicks now. But so the other thing that happened that week is that we would shut and lock our door every night, and we were sitting there playing Xbox, and then Rojo, the guy, that's what his name.
Red.
Yeah. He was like a 280-pound redhead dude named Rojo.
He was a white dude named Rojo?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
His real name is Rob. Yeah, I'm sure. I knew this guy for 2 years, yeah. But
Rojo is a red in Spanish.
That's not the topic here. We're talking about ghosts, not Rojo.
He's some fat white dude named Rojo?
Yeah, we called him Rojo.
And so it was a nickname because he was a ginger.
He's like, hey, dude, did you shut the door? I was like, you're the last one out of it. And he's like, why is the door open? And we were on bunk beds, and I looked around the corner, and the door's like cracked open. And so that happened, and then this other kid, he was like, this story is kind of like hit or miss because this kid was a piece of shit. He was like the janitor. Like they give you random like campus jobs to help you out for like $7 an hour. And he was like the janitor, so he'd clean the bathroom. And he came.
I'm not cleaning that bathroom for $7 an hour.
Yeah. Well, he came running into our room one time crying. I'm like, dude, what is your problem, you little pussy? Like, why are you crying? And he's like, come in the bathroom, freaking out. And we went into the bathroom, and the mirror was broken, and there was like a cleaning bottle smashed open in the sink below the mirror. And he said he opened the closet, and this cleaning stuff flew past his head out of the closet and then hit the mirror behind him. And I told somebody about this on campus, one of the teachers, and it was like the creepiest thing ever. And it kind of makes sense if you're like a religious person. And he said, if you were a demon or the devil, who would you rather go after? Somebody that's already like lost or a sinner, or would you go after somebody that could convert people to, go to church and stuff? You'd obviously go after like the recruiter for Jesus instead of someone that's already lost. So this college campus is
you're saying as long as you're not religious, a ghost won't fuck with you?
No.
Are you saying like ghosts or demons?
Yeah, if you were a demon, would you rather go after... And I'm not religious at all. I don't believe any of that shit anymore. But if you were a demon, would you rather go after somebody that's already fucked, or would you go after somebody that's going to unfuck all those fucked people? You would go after that guy. It's like going after the general versus
the person that's already fucked. You go after the easy target.
Yeah, but they already got it. They already got that guy. They're going to go after the guy that... It's like going after...
I don't know, you're sounding pretty religious right now, man.
No, this is all the bullshit that I was fed when I was over there.
I grew up super religious. And I definitely still hold my own beliefs that might not super identify with Christianity anymore.
Yeah, I don't go after like organized shit like, come to church and give us 10% of your paycheck. Like, I don't like that shit. But I don't know.
I think the ghosts and the spirits and shit are like they could be very real.
Yeah,
I just don't know.
Yeah, I've never experienced it, which I get completely.
I would love to experience it. Do you think that fucking those palm reader bitches are fucking real?
No, not at all. I think they're really good at psychological shit. Like, they're good at reading people. But I'm going to read something else out of here. Oh, this is a good one. So I was, the other day, one of my friends said that some guy lied about sleeping with her, which is like the most fucking bitch move ever. Like telling someone like, oh yeah, you see that chick over there? I totally fucked her. Like, have you ever experienced anything like that? Like lying about hooking up with somebody?
Yeah.
I had a girl.
I don't talk to him anymore, but yeah.
Yeah, I had a girl that I'd talked to for like 2 weeks, and then she got mad at me and quit talking to me, and I blocked her because I never met her before. I think I met her on like Tinder or something like that. And I told her one night, I was like, hey, I'm going to go to bed. I'll text you in the morning when I wake up. Okay. So the next day, I didn't text her when I woke up. It was like 10, 11 o'clock, went up, continued my day. And she texted me, and she's like, you're a fucking liar. And I'm like, what the fuck? What's your problem? And she's like, you told me you're going to text me as soon as you wake up. It's 11 o'clock. I'm sure you've been up for a while now. And I'm like, okay, you're psycho. I'm getting blocked. So I quit talking to her because I barely knew her. Never even met her in person. So a few years later, like 3 or 4 years later, I was talking to some friends.
So long, dude.
Yeah, fucked up, right? So like 3 or 4
4
later,
years is a long time.
Well, no. So I talked to her, did all that shit, and then like 4 years later, I was talking to some friends, and they happened to know this chick, like know her, like met her, hung out with her or whatever, and they brought her up. I was like, oh, I think I used to talk to her like a few years ago. She's crazy as shit. And they're like, yeah. She told us that you dated her and fucked her and you guys dated a while and shit like that. I was like, I've never even met this bitch in life. Like, I knew her for 2 weeks on the internet, and then I quit talking to her because she was crazy. And like, oh, she told us you guys dated. Like, you're a boyfriend and girlfriend. You guys hooked up and this and that. And then I don't remember what they said that she said why we broke up, but it was something else like obscene. Something like that. So that got me to thinking, like, what's the most embarrassing thing to fucking lie about? So here's my list. I said, people you fucked is the first one. The other one is, like, your height. Like, guys that lie about how tall they are.
Dude, I don't know. If I was short...
But how do you lie about something that's so obvious that you like something you can
If you're online, dude, I don't know. I'm 6'4". I'm a tall, big, fat dude. I don't know what it's like. But if I was like 5'5", I feel like I would round up to like 5'9".
5'9"? That's 4 inches. That's like that much though.
Dude, you can wear...
That is the biggest bitch move ever.
Nah, like, dude, you can wear insoles and shoes and you can gain 4 inches.
I don't know.
I don't think... Like, nah, dude, that's fine. If you're short and you want that extra 4 inches of confidence, fucking go for it.
Yeah, but
it's not... I don't think it's lying if you show up to the date and you're wearing shoes and insoles that are that tall.
The amount of times that I've hung out with a guy that has lied about his height, and I walk up to him and he's like, hey, and he's like right here. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, right? Thank you.
I don't know. I guess
that's the big.
I just don't understand the issue because I'm a big dude.
Yeah, I don't
know.
But
like, I never saw that as
a tall girl. Like, it's really offensive when like not offensive. I don't know what the word is, but like it's fucked up because like I want someone taller than me. And if you're 5'9", I don't want to be with you. I'm 6 feet tall.
That's all right.
For reference, Miss Stephanie is 6 foot tall.
6'12".
6 foot tall.
But like, it's just like, eventually they're gonna figure out that you're not as tall as you are, which makes it worse. If I was 5'5", I just own up to it. Like,
you ever upsold your dick size?
That's different. I don't know. I don't actually know how big my dick is. I haven't measured my dick.
I've never measured. I've measured up to. I've measured up on a Comcast remote, and I've told the girl I could reach the mute button. But I've never taken a measuring tape to my dick.
Yeah.
All I know is that I will not disappoint, and we will make it work.
Well, and it's dumb too because where do you measure from? You know, like
you got to measure from underneath.
Underneath?
You have to measure.
No, I feel like the top you can get more. Like the bottom's just hurt feelings. Like it's just, I don't know. And then you like shove that thing as far as you can to get as much as you can.
What do they say? You have 3-4 inches of dick inside of you.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, right. Just like,
dude, I feel bad. I feel bad for the boys that aren't packing nothing, dude.
Yeah, no
I
shit.
Can't.
They're probably more
imagine.
successful than we are, dude. I feel like
if I had a smaller dick, I feel like I would be a lot more successful.
I feel like my drive would be like, if I can't get bitches, I'm gonna get that money. You know, I'd be fucking tearing it up. Well, it's like, it's, you know what I mean? Like, okay, what is life about for men? Bitches and money. I can't get bitches. I'm gonna get that money.
Well, even if you had a 3-inch dick, I'm sure it all feels great for you still.
Right? Well, when you're a millionaire with a 3-inch dick, like, those 3 inches feel a little bigger to them bitches. Be like, all right, you want to say how small it is? Like,
we can have sex and I'll give you $10,000.
Yeah, right? This 3-inch dick is 3 inches, but this $100 bill is 6 inches. Like...
Oh my god, dude. Imagine if we were Chinese.
That's why they're fucking loaded and we owe them trillions of dollars. Because they're just like, oh, fuck bitches, get money. So, the other thing that I used to lie about when I was younger, because I was 5 foot until my junior year of high school.
What the fuck?
Yeah, and then I grew a foot. When I graduated high school, I was 6 foot.
How tall are you?
6 foot.
That's it?
Uh-huh.
I thought you were taller.
Thanks.
I think it's a hat.
Stop it.
It's a hat, dude.
My head's flat.
You're sitting with your hat like that.
Yeah, guys that wear their hat like that. That's how you know they're short as fuck. Is it finally 8:22 or whatever the fuck?
7:45.
Oh, a little early.
6 minutes early.
Wilding over here.
Well, she's not going to drink it for those 6 minutes.
I'm going to wait till the bubbles go down. But I used to lie.
Fuck, dude, I can't imagine dating nowadays. Can you?
It's horrible. It's horrible.
Dude, it blows. I'll just be single. I cannot fathom the amount of bullshit you would have to sift through to find someone.
No shit.
Unless they find you. I'm not looking.
Yeah, like when I found my girlfriend, I wasn't looking at all. I gave up. I was like, fuck this shit. I'm going to get some money. And then I met her and I was like, you know.
Get to the point. I'm going to switch to dudes, man.
Yeah. Well, have you ever met a broke gay dude that's in a relationship?
No.
No.
Oh, I haven't, dude. Yeah.
Weird.
They're
right?
they're all adopting people.
They're
That's like
loaded.
40 grand.
Yeah, right?
Fuck.
Gay dudes are always fucking loaded.
And they're ripped.
Yeah. Weird, right?
Maybe we should just be gay.
That's what I'm saying.
If I could just say like,
and
hey, I'm
swingers.
gay, and
they're
I'm
all swingers too. They don't give a fuck. Open relationship. Every gay couple.
yeah, dude. If I could say that I'm gay and I could just instantly be shredded and have a lot of money,
yeah, it's because
I
you don't
might
have to worry
just
about
be gay.
bitches. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. You ever met a broke gay dude in a relationship? No, never. My best friends that are like my best friend gay dudes that I have. One of them owns a bank, and the other one's like a senior.
Owns a bank?
Yeah.
The fuck?
Yeah, or he's like part owner of a bank, and the other one's like a super high up at some kind of internet shit. I don't know, something that makes a bunch of money. And
are they single?
Loaded. No, they're dating each other. Right?
Oh.
But like, yeah.
Sorry, babe. I'm gonna switch teams real quick.
Yeah, right. We're about to make $200,000 a year, baby.
Fuck, dude.
We don't have to worry about kids. Yeah, it's just
dude.
like, hey,
what's the best birth control?
Yeah.
Go fucking dude.
Imagine a night like, hey, you want to suck each other's dicks and watch football? Like, fuck yeah, bro.
Do you like sports? I hate sports.
No, I don't like sports.
I hate sports, dude.
No, I don't feel like any sport is a spectator sport.
I feel like all blue collar dudes just like are not into sports.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just not into. Like, I think it's just.
I'd watch some like what's that sport where like the women play football in lingerie? It's like a lingerie football league or something.
Secret lingerie.
Yeah, dude, that's like I'll watch that. Yeah. That's great.
I feel like the only women's sport that's more popular than like the man version of it is volleyball.
Oh, dude, volleyball is awesome.
Yeah, like how many times you watch men's volleyball? Does that even exist? Sneaky. I gotta pee now.
Who's that news, Peter?
Sorry.
Coda.
But
Quit it. Babe!
But the other thing I used to lie about.
Just took a piece of your bread. He like sneaked it. And then grabbed it, bit it, and walked away. I know, I didn't want to say anything, because like, it was really cute.
Yeah.
You have a lot of shit to cut out of the podcast now.
No, I don't give a shit. This is actually the software I got. It makes it super fucking easy to trim shit. But
I liked how Stephanie jumped in.
Yeah. That was good. Extra bonus guest. The first woman on the podcast. Congratulations. I'll get you a trophy. I'll get you a certificate you can hang on the fridge.
I want a ribbon.
Yeah. A ribbon? Okay, perfect. But,
Fuck, man.
well,
I'm drunk.
yeah. Well, let's wrap this thing up. We're at an hour. That's a record for the podcast. I think the
We have like 30 minutes to cut.
Yeah, that's true. We'll probably be like 20 minutes of podcast. But let's see. What else?
Dude, let's talk about tattoos.
Tattoos? All right.
Yeah, man.
What tattoos
Fucking,
you
I
got?
love tattoos.
You going to get a neck tattoo?
Man, yeah, I've been thinking about it. So, like, I was always holding off on getting, like, super intrusive tattoos because I was like, what if I want a professional job?
Yeah, but now.
And I'm a grown-ass man, and I've been working in the trades long enough for, like, it doesn't matter.
It really doesn't.
I could have... I'm not even going to say what I was thinking, but I could have some pretty aggressive tattoos.
What were you going to say? A Nazi tattoo?
Yeah.
I got a swastika on my face.
I could put a swastika on my throat, and I could still have the job I have now.
I feel like that'd be a perfect tow truck driver tattoo. Swastika on my neck. We already hate you anyway. It just give you more reason.
No, I've been thinking, man. I've been thinking about tattooing my this hand. I would like to get a tattoo on my hand. Mm-hmm. I would like to go all the way up to my neck. I'd like to get a big neck piece.
Yeah, like right under like the jaw line, like the throat.
Maybe not that high.
Yeah. I was gonna get one from like where my
maybe like up to my ears and then down to like here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like halfway up the neck.
Like Adam's apple.
Let me cover it with a collared shirt.
Yeah.
But I think the tattoos are interesting now that like...
Well, like the guy that landed the Mars rover was inked the fuck up. You ever seen a picture of that guy?
No, but I've seen some fucking...
I'll post a picture when I edit the video, but he's like tattooed all the way up here, full sleeves, hands, knuckles, like...
I've seen some surgeons, dude, and it might just be fake, but like are tatted the fuck up, and they're like doing surgeries on hearts and shit. I'm like, dude, if a surgeon can do it, a damn tow truck driver can do it.
Yeah. I mean, we got 10 years until all those fucks that care about that shit die off anyway.
Yeah, dude. Where do you think the age stops at? Where people care about tattoos?
These days, probably
45.
50, 45, 50.
45, 50. Yeah.
Which is
I feel like anyone that's like 55 to 60 thinks like tattoos are satanic.
Yeah.
Unless they're like some biker bro and
actually,
like
I got a good story for you. So,
I don't know if I'm ready for a story.
The other day, me and my coworker buddy Nathan. Nathan's half black, half white.
An Oreo.
Yeah, Oreo. Yeah, exactly. Light skinned motherfucker. We were at a Chick-fil-A in Brentwood. Is that like a...
Yeah.
Yeah, like high-end,
the
like
Chick-fil-A
fancy
Brentwood,
people. Yeah, like fancy rich people shit.
Okay.
So we were eating Chick-fil-A there. I don't remember if it was in Brentwood or somewhere where it was like, you know, there's like Mercedes and...
That's Brentwood.
Like, yeah, fancy people shit. So we went to Chick-fil-A there, and I went to the bathroom real quick, and when I came back, there was some like older white dude standing right in front of my chair that I need to get to. So I touched his shoulder and I said, "Hey, excuse me, I gotta, you know, there's my chair right here. Let me squeeze by you." Just touched him like that fast. That was it. That motherfucker acted like I wiped a booger on him because he was just like, you know, like that, and then walked off. And Nathan said, "I've never seen a white dude get treated like a black dude so hard in my fucking life." Like, he came out here and already looked me up and down, looking racist as fuck. And then when you did that, it was like 10 times worse. And I was like, "Fuck yeah, bro. Give me my end card. I know how the people going through it." He's like, "Go fuck yourself."
Do you think that any white person should be allowed to say the N-word?
Eminem is the only person on the planet I think that should be able to say it. And
Who?
he doesn't. Eminem.
I mean,
Out of anybody.
yeah, I think that's just such a loaded word that like no one should say it besides people of color.
Yeah. Technically, yeah. Definitely. It's like the only word. Like, you know how it's like...
We're treading on very thin ice right now.
Good thing it's like one of the first episodes. This is one of those episodes
This
where
is
if I
the
ever
one
get
where
famous,
people are
they're
going to
gonna
cut back on and say,
Yeah.
"Hey, these motherfuckers."
If I ever run for president someday, this is the episode they're gonna come back to and be like, "Look at this racist motherfucker."
Dude, I just don't think there's any room to play with it. Like,
But if it was like, you know, obviously there's no white dude that's allowed to say it, but if you had to choose one person on the whole planet, life or death, it would be Eminem. But he still wouldn't say it. You know what I mean? Because you got the weird thing that I've noticed.
why can't Hispanics say it?
That's
but
what I'm
can't?
saying. Yeah, I was gonna say like T.I. says it. He's not
Yeah,
black,
that's
but
what
he
I'm-
could say it. You know, but
Dude, it's. I don't know. No, I guess
it's not easy being a straight white skinny man.
I'm not. I don't know about skinny, but
I'm like the worst of the worst. I'm the oppressor of the entire planet.
yeah, you're the dude that looks like he sucked on opiates.
Yeah, right. For a little bit. No, I'm like the worst enemy of the world.
Dude, cocaine is my favorite type of weed.
The only way I could. It's the best smelling shit ever. But.
Fuck.
Yeah, the only way I could be worse is if I was like hardcore Christian. So I got that going for me. I'm not that.
You are hardcore Christian?
No, I'm not.
You little nun-topia guy. What was that word you said? Nun-sanction or something?
What word?
The nun shit?
Oh, nunnery?
Nunnery,
The
dude.
old nunnery? Oh, yeah, there was also, speaking of the nunnery, there was I think it was just like horror stories. But, somebody spread a rumor around that a nun had hung herself at the nunnery, and that's who was haunting the place, which I think is bullshit. But, yeah. Well, I gotta pee really fucking bad.
So,
you want to wrap this up, or you want to keep going?
we'll say our goodbyes.
All right. So, thank you guys for hanging out. Second interview with the famous
Matthew.
It's been a great time. I really enjoy being on this podcast, and I hope that we can make it a regular thing.
Yep, we'll make it a regular thing. If you guys have any comments, concerns, funny stories, questions for either me or Matt, you can email me at cocklespodcast@gmail.com. Follow me on Spotify, Patreon, or YouTube. We're trying to get the YouTube running now that we got video, so subscribe and like. Even if you don't like it, just subscribe just so I can get more followers
Just
and stuff,
like
get
it.
us out there. And thank you guys so much for hanging in there. Thank you for the loyal listeners, all my buddies. And thanks for hanging out. Have a great weekend.